In today's episode of Manabonded, Zack doesn't want to talk about his recent experience with grand larceny charges.
It's a perfectly human thing to do, we've been there. No need to reiterate or go into deeper details about what happened.
Josh explains why he hates America's Funniest Home Video. Those testicles are always the victim. Nate tries to dodge the Mr. Pibb addiction allegations.
I don't drink it daily anymore, but I do drink it regularly just because it's whatever.
Rafa explains his childhood trauma.
I'd take the bus and just get walloped by sweaty old men.
And Ryan shares her strategy for staying lonely on the third grade playground.
And if that doesn't work, just act like a complete psychopath so that they make the decision not to play with you all on their own.
Hello everyone and welcome to Manabonded, the most chaotic Magic the Gathering advice show that also has a bald host. I'm your host Josh and I'm joined by my two co-hosts Nate and Zack. Say hey guys.
I like squirrels.
Howdy.
And as a little treat for all of you listeners, we have two special guests joining us this week. Joining us this week we have Rafa and Ryanne from MTG Unraveled. Say hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you guys want to give us a brief little rundown of your podcast? Just let everybody know what you do.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Flip a coin.
Okay. Yeah, so we are a new little podcast, and each week we pick a magic card, each of us, and we over-explain it. We go into details about who the artists are, what the arts look like, what all the magic rules regarding it is. And a lot of times we have a theme that we talk about, whether it's pet cards or the cutest cards, and just yap your ear off for 30 minutes.
I went back and I listened to a few of your episodes when you first reached out to us, and I love it. I love little deep dives on cards and finding out more, and I also feel like it's a great way where we can see a lot of your personality come out, just some great content. So it's some really good stuff, and we're really happy to have you guys on the show with us.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We're happy to be here.
It's also nice and a lot more bite-sized than our episodes, which I think run hour and a half. Theirs usually are 30, 35 minutes about. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, around 30.
So.
Bite size.
Yeah.
Yep, I know.
A big bite. A big bite.
Nope, bite-sized.
Digestible,
Yeah.
It's kind of my moniker.
Well, upcoming this Saturday, so tomorrow, as all of you are listening to this episode, Zack, Nate, me, and others, Nate, and Garrett from Phoenix Fire, that's a lot of names, I know, we are all going to be competing in a CEDH tournament. How do you guys feel? You guys ready for it?
Absolutely not, but we're doing it anyways.
The best way to learn is by playing, so.
For real.
Yeah, no, we're taking a trip down to Utah, so.
Right?
Yeah, they're going to road trip down Friday night. We still need to work out the full details on that. I need to know when you guys are coming in. But they're going to come down, hang out with me.
Josh.
And then we're going to wake up super early and then head off to the tournament.
Joshua, I'm already at your house. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's in the pit.
What?
Yeah, I've been there the whole time.
We
never
can't tell
left.
people where the pit is. Gosh, dang it. Nate, we're going to have to dig a new pit.
What? We've already got a pit at both our houses. It's fine. We just move him around so
Fine.
they can't save him.
That's fair.
Just put a black
Temporary
and yellow
transfer,
line
folks.
around it.
Zach
go,
will
there
be
you
in
go.
a new pit temporarily, and then we'll replace him to the old pit.
Yep. We'll move him as needed.
Yeah. Rafa and Ryan, what's your guys' experience with CEDH? Do you guys have any decks? Do you play at all, or is it just something that you guys aren't really fans of?
I've got a wrong side deck that is a terrible list, and I'm also a pretty bad pilot at it. We don't get a lot of experience in on it, but I think CEDH is really freaking cool.
Yeah, we each have one deck. Mine is Kinnan. I first built Nadu,
Hell yeah.
but Nadu didn't last very long, so Kinnan seems like a good thing to move my shell over to. And we play a little bit when we can. We absolutely love CEDH. We love watching CEDH content. I'm in the Play to Win Patreon and everything.
Nice.
Oh,
I
nice.
love those guys.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I need to sub to a couple different Patreons to pay back for all the content I watch. Play to Win is definitely one of them. Howling Salt Mine also does some CEDH content every now and again. They'll talk about it. So
Yeah. I'd love to play more.
What are your guys' main formats? Like, do you guys prefer just Commander? Do you guys play Standard? Anything outside of Commander?
In paper, I only play Commander, really. We have a Pauper deck, like regular 60-card Pauper, but we don't play that very often. But Arena, I'll play some Standard and a lot of drafting to learn the new sets.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We also each have a Pauper EDH deck.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
Pauper
nice.
Commander, it's interesting. I like playing higher power, so it's not really my jam. I just do it because he wants me to.
I
Sure.
feel that.
Hey, it's
The lower power is just so
1v1
slow.
cheap.
I also
Well,
built a
yeah, that's
really
fair.
bad deck, so that doesn't help either.
That feels like how I feel every time we get Zack to play lower power. It's just, all right, Zack, you're
Yeah.
doing it
Try
because
my
you care
best.
about us, not because you like it.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice I'm
Yeah.
willing to make.
Real quick, do you guys also want to tell us how you fell into playing Magic and a bit of why you still play?
You go ahead and start. You got into it first.
Oh, okay, all right. I first started playing when I was, 12 or 13, which I'm aging myself here. It was the original Kamigawa set. And I thought green creatures were the coolest thing ever. And I would go to a local game store. I'd take the bus to go to a local game store and just get like walloped by sweaty old men. But I thought it was the game itself was a lot of fun. And I had a neighbor next to me who was into it. He introduced me into it. So we'd go together and play.
Nice.
And I got into it because he played. He was like, hey guys, look at this game. You should try it. And I found Atraxa Praetor's voice and was hooked.
That'll do it.
Yep.
That will do it. All right, so with you two here, we thought we'd get your help. As our listeners know, we are a Magic the Gathering advice show. Our goal is to give advice to the Magic the Gathering community to help them have more fun in this game. And we've got a couple questions here that we have pulled from various sources, and we want to have you guys help us as we journey into these questions. So, you guys ready?
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So our first question comes from the r/MTG subreddit from username Yosebi8? Yosebi8. Yosemite 8. Sure. The title is, how do I politely decline someone from joining our pod? Alright, so the post says, so we've been locals at our LGS, and I'm comfortable saying we get along with everyone despite their personalities, habits, moods, and whatnot. Generally on a Magic night, we shuffle up the pods left and right for variety purposes so peeps don't get bored of playing against the same decks over and over, and it's all good for everyone. Recently, a couple started to come to the LGS more often. One of them is quite laid back and does not care about winning, but more about having fun with their typal decks despite being quite well built. And the other one is an all-knowing veteran who believes going infinite on turn 4 is reasonable in a pod of high bracket 3/fringe bracket 4. After playing with them for one evening and hearing other people's experiences, the game simply becomes a repetition of having to hold and use removal on them alone until someone at random gets out of control first and wins, as there isn't much interaction left to be used to hinder or stop them. I've had a chat with the other people in my pod, and we're not really enjoying the game state when they tag along. Normally, they do so and join, saying, oh, I think I've upset some people in my last game, and they left, after playing solitaire for 30 minutes on turn 4 to 5, milling themselves and casting all the extra turn cards in their deck. How do I politely decline them without sounding like a jerk? What if they ask why they can't join? Alright, Yosebi8, this is a tough question. Because you don't want to sound like a jerk. You don't.
I think it's interesting that it's posed immediately as like, well, you just can't play at all, instead of having a conversation about the deck that is being played. Like, hey, do you have anything else that plays any differently? Because this isn't the style of game I want to play.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Having that expectation conversation with the veteran and saying, hey, this is kind of not the power level we were hoping for. Do you have something slower? That's a good starting point to definitely look for, right?
And that leaves it open for saying, oh, you don't? Okay, well, I'm sorry, I just don't think that catching a game with you is really what I'm looking for tonight. Maybe another time.
Yeah.
Having the turn 0 conversation to be like, hey man, your decks are clearly bracket 4s. That's not the kind of games we're looking for. Do you have a bracket 3 you can play with us?
Yeah.
Is great.
And maybe
like what I was
clarifying
saying.
too, because they specify, they're like, oh, they think that going infinite on turn 4 is reasonable in a high bracket 3, low bracket 4 play. I'd say infinites on 4 is very much a bracket 4 play.
Absolutely.
I would not be happy going into a bracket 3 pod and watching someone go infinite on turn 4.
No.
I would feel like even if they said it's a high bracket 3, I would expect 1 to 2 more turns before the game would be over.
That's also
an infinite combo.
That's against the bracket system itself. Like, bracket system, you're expecting to play 6 or 7 turns at bracket 3. So
True.
If you're going infinite on turn 4, that is clearly an early game infinite combo, which is also strictly in bracket 3 saying don't do that.
Yeah.
So
I think it's tough because like nobody wants to be the bad guy and say I don't want to play with you because it's already like as Magic players, it's hard enough to get the courage and like actually find people to play with. So it's like having to decline someone's already a bigger step on that. The tough part is that you're not playing with them every single time, but if you were, you could always introduce stacks to the equation because stacks kind of brings the higher power people down to a level that the lower power people can play at. But then you also have the lower power people also complaining about only being able to play 1 spell per turn and then unevenly killing your stacks piece, which then lets the higher power person win.
yeah.
Because I know, Nathaniel, you had a deck at one point where it was like specifically meant to slow down the CDH players in the pod.
That is one of my favorite decks. I need to put it back together. It was called My Good Cop, Bad Cop Bumbleflower, where it was designed to have all of the like bracket 4 interaction and then sit there, and the whole goal was, hey, you're trying to pub stomp this table. I'm stopping you from pub stomping, and I'm giving a free card draw to the 2 other players who are playing bracket 2s or bracket 3s to make the table more fair.
Yeah.
And then you ended up winning in the end, right?
Oh, no. That deck was...
Obviously.
I almost never got 2 spells off in a turn with that version of Bumbleflower, so my card advantage wasn't that great. The deck was literally designed to be like, hey, I'm going to stop the person trying to pub stomp from winning, and then if I win later, maybe that's cool. I'm also a big proponent of I don't need to win the game in order to have fun. I just want to do my cool thing, so...
You don't need to win, you just need them to lose.
No. I don't need to win. Flat. Straight.
Well, I mean, that's specifically that Bumbleflower list's goal, right?
Well, that one, and then also just Magic in or most of the time in Commander. I build my decks to do cool things. If it leads me to a win, awesome. If it doesn't, and I gotta pull off the cool thing, also cool.
Yeah, Yosabi8 asks a couple good questions here at the end. I think we've talked about how would you politely decline someone without being rude, right? The polite declining is so tricky to do, I think. In a scenario like an LGS where, especially an open play night, where it's kind of expected that you could walk up to an open pod and they'd be okay with you sitting down and playing as long as you felt like you were matched with them. And so politely having to say to someone, hey, you don't actually kind of play the way we want to play tonight, and you're not at the bracket level we're comfortable with, is tricky. So what would be something that you would say, like if I walk up to you and I'm like, hey, I want to play with you guys, but I'm the guy who's known for only playing bracket 4 CEDH TIAM, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to say to dissuade me from sitting down at your table?
I think another thing you can do with that is a lot of what I did with our friend of the show, Thomas, when we were still playing with a system where it was points-based and you're playing against random people. It wasn't high power, low power split like it is now. If everybody at the table was like, hey, I want to play bracket 3, Thomas would come to me and go, hey, can I borrow a deck? And in this situation, if the person's busting out turn 4 every game, you go, hey, man, your decks are a little too powerful. Do you want to borrow one of ours to play so that way you can still play with us?
Yeah, that would be a good way to do it.
I think what we're all kind of going around is there's not really going to be an easy way to just be like, hey, I don't want to play with you. Even if you say it in like the most gentle way possible, they could still take it offensively. No one likes to hear, I don't want to play with you, no matter how you word it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like constructive feedback is still constructive and it will hurt my feelings. No matter what, because that's just the person I am. But it doesn't mean I won't change.
I think we're all revealing that we're just all a little bit socially anxious, and the idea of telling basically a stranger no is horrifying to all of us.
Oh, I absolutely could not.
Just get on their level. That's what I would do.
Yep.
I mean, if they only play bracket 4, I would only play bracket 4. But if you're not willing to play bracket 4, then I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the game store too, of like, are you randomly assigned these pods like in a Phoenix Fire situation, or is it everyone just kind of building pods together and then deciding on that? Because like I'm sure you could find 3 other people who also want to play higher power for that night, and then you can have their own little pod while everyone else doesn't have to worry about, because you're entitled to play the kind of Magic you want to play. Right?
Exactly.
So I think that could be another option of trying to find similar level play for everyone at the store, instead of deciding I'm going to force these bracket 2 players to play against my bracket 4 deck and not have a good time for anyone.
So would you say talk to the store, the employees at the store then, and see if they can make that work?
Maybe. It depends on if it's just like people know to show up at XYZ game store at Thursdays at 7, and that's when all the Commander players like to hang out. And there's nothing organized by the store, it's just that's when Commander players show up. If it's a situation like that, I don't think the store is going to be able to do anything very effectively. But if it's a, set apart, here's our Commander play night, create your own pods, manage your own expectations, but we are sort of sanctioning this playtime for Commander, I think then the store has a bit more leeway to say, hey, if you're being told that your deck is too strong, consider coming up and buying a brand new precon, or playing a different deck, or bring a different deck next time,
What if they're not willing to change, though?
That's when you've just got to tell them no. And as tough as it is, just having the capability to say, the way that you play is not fun to me, and I do not want to play that way tonight. It's a tough thing to say, but if you and the rest of the table can back each other up by saying, hey, we all don't feel like your decks are fun to play against. If you've got the other 2 players at the table on your side, it makes it so much easier.
Ryan wouldn't back me up. She'd stay quiet.
Yeah. Again, don't be rude about this. Don't. Like, there's still a Magic player who wants to play the game. They want to play it the way that they enjoyed playing it. Just be polite with saying that the ways that the 2 of you each have fun are too different. And it's not fun for you to have your rear end handed to you on a silver platter every single game.
And then I also think maybe introducing depending on the store, obviously, but introducing the idea of, this is how I like to play, and I'd like to play that with you guys. So like if you don't have the access or financial ability to purchase higher power cards, like you can proxy it so that we can try to play higher power together and see if you enjoy it.
Yes.
And then that lets me play it and you guys experience it as well. So some nights that we can both play both higher power and lower power.
Yeah. Absolutely dependent on the store's policies, because some stores do not allow proxies because of risking their WPN status. But
that also completely depends on the style of the event. If it is the store, hey, we're going to come play Magic, this is just the night you play Commander, no prizes, no entry fee, we just have fun playing Commander, then proxies should be fine. They might not be, depending on your store, but if it is a paid event, most of the time proxies are not allowed, because Wizards does not allow them in events with Wizards prize support, so packs or stuff like that.
They do not allow outside proxies whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, Yosabi 8, I think we've done the best we can. It's a difficult situation, and we wish you the best, but ultimately, just politely tell them that your playstyles are too different, and make sure the table's on your side.
The goal is to everyone have a good time. This is kind of the point of Magic Night, right?
And if that doesn't work, just act like a complete psychopath so that they make the decision not to play with you all on their own.
It's true. Out crazy.
Pick up their card without asking.
And eat it.
And just sniff it. Oh, I was going to say sniff it. Don't destroy it. Just sniff it really hard until they're really uncomfortable with you at their table.
You can lick
just
the sleeve.
Pick it up, and I'm sorry. Headphone users, pull out. No, you pick up the card and you just... and you just, oh yeah, that's a nice card, and you put it back down.
Hey, that's a pretty good card right there.
What if it smells funny, though?
Have you noticed that Magic cards have been smelling differently lately?
Yeah.
No, I don't typically smell my cards.
Different.
You don't do that new pack crack smell, you know?
Yeah, you don't get the new pack smell? The pack smell has changed since I've started playing Magic. And it was different with packs and pre-constructed decks. Like, you could smell a Commander deck and it smelled different than a booster pack.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? A smelly card or a warped card? I think it's still a win, right?
A smelly card is sleeve playable.
Yep.
You just double sleeve it and nothing's getting out of there.
Just
at what point do you not like at what point do you get kicked out for your card smelling too bad? Like if your cards just rank, can you be disqualified from like playing?
If you use your own body cavities as a deck box, that's probably a limit.
Yeah.
My cat peed on my deck, guys.
Yeah, sorry,
okay?
but I couldn't. I didn't have time to switch decks.
Strong ammonia smell.
Oh.
My cat peed on my backpack. That's why it's Pete, right? No other reason. No other reason.
My cat did it. My cat did it.
Yep.
I would leave. You win.
Congrats.
That's the best player removal.
Just extremely gross. Please don't do that.
I'll have to try
Please
that
don't
on
do that.
Saturday and see how it works out.
Oh, there you go. You're the last player actually wanting to play. Everyone else just goes home.
And now, time for the Multiverse Weather Update with Bill Crow and John Storm. Hi, Bill Crow here with Planeswalkers Newsnet today. We have John Storm on the plane of Innistrad to bring you the weather. Hey John, how are things looking? Well, Bill, it's surprisingly clear here in this twilight evening on Innistrad. And while we are expecting a new moon tonight, she appears to be as vibrant as ever. Oh, hold on. It appears as though we're breaking dawn now, and the sun looks to be rising off in the distance. We're receiving reports that 2 spellcasters are fighting a town over from us, and it's affecting the local time. Looks like it's nighttime again. Oh, hold on. Why is the moon getting smaller? Is that a shadow over it? Is there supposed to be an eclipse tonight? Oh god, is that a tentacle? No, not again! I'm not insured against Eldrazi! This is Zendikar all over again! I'm being told that John is being evacuated from the plane and has a trauma counselor available to him. Until next time, I'm Bill Crow telling you to bolt the bird. This weather update has been brought to you by Bolus's Bolus Soups and viewers like you. Thank you.
Our next question is a listener-submitted question sent to us through our email at manabonded@gmail.com. And this comes from Soup Crime, also known as Melly. Melly has a question for us and needs some help. From the email, Melly says, "This is a deck list I made at least 2 to 3 years ago when I was getting back into Magic. For reference, Melly is talking about a colorless commander deck. Since I made it so long ago, it should definitely get some upgrades. So many new sets have dropped since I made it that surely there's more stuff I can add to make it better. I have a list of things I would like improved/updated. Number 1, I made it an arena as a brawl deck, so the commander I had selected, Ugin the Ineffable, isn't a legal commander in any other format. But I haven't been able to decide on a good actual commander. Switching between options since last I checked, there weren't a lot of good colorless commanders." And she bemoans that there is no legal Ugin commander card. Number 2, I definitely don't need so many equipments. Most of those were added to get it to 100 cards. It felt like a struggle to even reach 100 cards in colorless when I made it. Number 3, it is one of my favorite decks because it feels so easy to play. Easy ramp, lots of cheap stuff, and stuff that makes my stuff even cheaper, so if all goes well, I can kind of do whatever I want. It's very easy to flood the field with endless creatures to overwhelm people, so as long as you don't change that, I'll be happy. Alright, well, we're all looking at a copy of this deck list, and we're going to take a look and see what additions and subtractions we can do.
I, funnily enough, for the Prismatic Challenge thing I did at the start of year, Karn was my commander I did for the colorless because I liked the idea of a Blink Moth Urn in the command zone. And looking through the deck, I'd kind of noticed that there is no Blink Moth Urn in here, which will get you even more mana than Karn can make. I also really like Horizon Stone to save the mana off of Karn so you can use it later, which is a 6 mana.
Throw both of those in.
Yeah, 5 mana artifact that if you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead and just hangs out. Also, Metalwork Colossus is a great finisher for this kind of deck, and I didn't see it in here, where it costs less mana equal to the mana value of non-creature artifacts you control. So oftentimes you're going to get a 10/10 for free or for like 2 or 3 mana.
Yeah.
And it will make Karn into a 10/10 or an 11/11, which is great.
True. I want to look and see because I think there's a lot of unnecessary cards we can start cutting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna start going through and deleting a few cards here. We've got this random 7 mana common that only has Fabricate 1. That can go.
Yep.
That's the whole purpose of the deck, though. You're just removing its whole soul.
Aether Glider from Alliances, a 3 mana 2/1 flying artifact creature that cannot block.
That can also go.
I've never built a colorless deck, but you could use a lot more utility lands in a colorless deck, right?
You can.
We don't have to name them all, but
yeah.
And do you want to look for some utility lands?
I guess
that we
a
can
good
add
thing
in?
that would be to know here is kind of what budget, because the Mycosynth Garden is a great utility land because it lets you copy target artifact you control with mana of extra less. So if you have it early game and you just wait till late game, you can end up going, oh, hey, I need an extra mana rock, I need an extra something or other, and then you can go in and do stuff and change it to that later.
I think Emergence Zone would be a great auto include, and that card's down, I think, right? It's not very much right now. $3 or $4 or something.
Something like that.
No, it's very cheap.
Yeah, and if you're making boatloads of mana and possibly holding on to it through your turn, then you could use Emergence Zone.
Yeah, you could use the gold's source, the Final Fantasy land that you can pay 2 tap, flip a coin. If you win the flip, make a treasure.
Oh,
and then you
the
can
gold saucer?
Yeah, the gold saucer. You can then also pay 3 tap it, sack 2 artifacts to draw a card. So it gives you another source of card draw and a way to use unspent mana to make it into mana that you can use later. I noticed that Mystic Forge...
Sorry to hijack this. Lands are boring.
Yeah. Mystic Forge is also not in the list and probably should be there. Oh, no, it is.
I thought I saw Mystic Forge.
It is in there.
Yeah, Mystic Forge is in here.
I just missed it. Our Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter, while it is a few bucks, that should be in here instead of that 3 mana one that was there before.
I swear I saw Liberator earlier.
I kind of scanned the list.
Probably do an argument for Urza's Battlethopter being your commander, even.
There is that argument.
So Flash is pretty good.
I think I like Karn a little bit more than Liberator.
Karn is interesting because it gives you this, it gives you a ramp in the command zone that you can get into big stuff real fast.
I think we need more Ugins.
It's true.
Every Ugin we can possibly run, because Ugin is the hidden commander or backup commander.
I'm going to add Ugin Eye of the Storm since I know you have a copy of that.
Okay, because
I gave that to you.
If you don't have that is a spendy one, but that's a great one.
Nope, I gave her a copy of that. I think that's like a birthday present, sort of.
Ugin the Spirit Dragon's also really good because...
Yeah, he's gotten a lot cheaper, and he's very good.
Board wiping.
How do you draw cards in colorless?
That's a fun part.
There's a couple different ways we can do it. You absolutely can.
You can. Zenith Chronicler's on the list, and that's one great way, is when somebody casts the multicolor spell, each of their opponents draw a card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's Calling Mine, but that's a draw for everyone, not just you.
If you're looking at going higher, I mean, Sensei's with Mystic Forge is bonkers.
It is bonkers.
True. We could add a Sensei's. Why not? They did mention, I went and got some clarification from them. They don't want infinite combos.
It's not infinite.
So, we can add some synergy, but not some infinite combos.
Because with colorless, a lot of your win con is most likely making infinite colorless mana, throwing that into a walking ballista and then shooting everyone down, right?
Yeah.
Or doing something with Aetherflux Reservoir and then laser beaming them with that.
If Melee doesn't want to do that, they could go with what I did in my Karn list and make it more of a pseudo Voltron list, where you're playing stuff like Psychic Papers, Brotherhood Regalia, Silver Shroud Costume, things that make make a creature unblockable, and then ways to make Karn big. That's why the Metalwork Colossus is great, because it makes it an 11/11, and then you could put, if you wanted to throw the money, you could put Excalibur in there and give it another +10/+0. So...
With how many artifact creatures this is running, I don't remember the name, but would you guys run the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle artifact creature ender?
Yeah.
Ender?
Yeah.
Which card?
It's like 9 mana.
Something like that? Krang?
Krang.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I can
but
see it in my
eyes,
eyes, but I can't.
I got the box right here. I'll find it. Hold on.
Hold, please.
I got it. Krang, Ultram Warlord.
And then also the
Krang, that's what it was.
what was the Baldrome? There's another one.
Bahamut?
in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set where it can't attack or block unless its power is 6 or something like that, but you can also tap it, sack an artifact to get a +1/+1 counter on it, and draw a card. The Cosmodrome.
Know what you're talking about.
I think it's the Cosmodrome.
Yeah.
You guys said you only need 8 lands, so cut the rest. We've got plenty of room still.
That's right.
Technodrome? Yeah, it's the Technodrome we're after. A 2-mana reach, trample, and tap, sack another artifact, draw a card, put a counter on this creature, and it can't attack or block unless it's power 6 or greater. That'll be helpful as well.
Yeah, because the reach part is also helpful.
Very helpful. I'm going to go ahead and weave in, just for fun, the Mine Worker, the Tower Worker, and the Power Plant Worker.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of a fun series of cards. And you've got the Mine, Power Plant, and Tower in your deck as well. So we'll leave those in.
Another thing you should add in is the Glaring Fleshraker from Modern Horizons 3.
Oh, yes.
Because whenever you cast a color spell, make an Eldrazi spawn, and then whatever colorless creature enter, each opponent loses 1 life. It's a way to ramp you, and it's a way to end the game.
Yeah, it's very good. Because every colorless creature entering is going to cause 2 damage to your opponents.
Cast a mana rock, get a 0/1 that can chump block or get you more mana and deal 1 damage. Seems pretty good.
I'm going to do some more looking for some more cards, but let's get a couple more. I'm thinking of some like card draw. I think that's definitely going to be something we need a bit more of being in colorless. The ramp should be handled by the fact that this is an artifact deck. And a lot of artifact decks just become self-cost reducing. So let's try to get some more card draw in here, and I think we should be good to go.
The Aether Spark is nutty.
Ooh, the Aether Spark.
Ooh, Aether Spark.
It's
and
great.
they put that on the Karn?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put that on the Karn.
Give him back his spark.
Yeah, give him back his spark. He deserves it.
Then also the
Stopped an
Endstone.
invasion.
Endstone's pretty good too.
I don't remember
what's
what that does. Let's see
7
here.
mana,
That's,
whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total, rounded up.
Right, so you're just locked at 20.
Which
What's
is
the,
fine for a lot of games.
Meteor looking card from Ixalan. Your spells can't be countered or something
Oh,
like that.
Chamil.
You discover... Oh, Chamil, yeah.
Oh,
Chamil.
Chimil.
Chamil would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chimil is a great card. Yeah, at the beginning of your end step, discover 5. So sort of Cascade, but for a little differently. That's also very good.
I have been brought around to better Cascade.
Better
Because-
Cascade
Yeah.
is indeed true.
Also Echoes of Eternity. It's not really... It isn't technically an Eldrazi card, but it doesn't care about Eldrazi. It cares about colorless. Because if you cast a color spell, copy it. If a colorless ability triggers, copy it.
Yeah, that's a very good card.
And it's cheap. It's like $2.
Yeah, very cheap. Wow. If you're looking for some removal and or protection, I would recommend the classic All is Dust.
Yep.
Nobody's going to be your friend when that resolves, but that doesn't matter.
You could also run Karn, specifically Karn Liberated,
Oh, true.
because he will eat problem permanents. Not very many, but you need some.
Is Null
Do the,
Elemental Blast, or whatever it's called, is that worth running? I've never actually
Probably.
played with that card in hand, so I don't know how good it is.
I'd say it's worth it. It's 1 mana to destroy a multicolored permanent. In Commander, that's going to be, people's
Most
commanders and big flashy spells. So I think that's worth it. That's a good call. See, we're 7 cards short of a full deck, so let's name out a few great colorless cards so we can really flesh this out.
That 8 mana enchantment, I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, you're going to have to be more specific than that.
Eldrazi
Omniscience.
Conscription?
Eldrazi Conscription.
You want to put Eldrazi Conscription in here?
No,
this
not
card
really.
is going to beat face right now, whether you like
Why
it or
not?
not.
You might as well add
Nah, I'm
Blightsteel
down.
Colossus with it.
Ooh,
Oh,
Blightsteel.
yeah,
Steel.
Blightsteel.
What's the other one similar to Blightsteel, but not quite as good?
Darksteel?
Darksteel, yeah.
See, the great part about those guys is they do up Karn's power.
Yeah.
So
With Blightsteel in play, Karn is going to be a 12 power creature.
if you want to go wild with the budget, you could add Mycosynth Golem, which gives artifact creature spells you play have affinity for artifacts, and it also has affinity for artifacts.
Yeah, that's going to be very good.
Yeah, it's just, a big chunk of, a pretty good chunk of money, sitting at about $50 right now.
Hey, but if we're playing just on Cockatrice or Tabletop Sim,
Doesn't matter.
money's not an option.
Yep.
Didn't they make a Mole Drifter that's colorless?
Yeah, but
Null
he has a
Drifter,
blue,
but has an Evoke with blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
blue evoke.
Oh, dang. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember.
What about a Myr Battle Sphere? That just feels like a staple in so many colorless decks.
That's a good point. Let's add a Mer Battlesphere. And
Get
you know
those
what?
Mers in there, yeah.
Why not add, while we're
Coiling
looking at big
Oracle
stupid
art.
stuff to add, the Walls of Bossing Say.
You could
Ooh,
also
the
add
Wall
in
Bossing
Stone Coil Serpent. It's another great card.
Stone Coil is in the deck.
Oh, it is in there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I missed it.
That's strike
You're good.
2, Nate. Just
That's
kidding.
strike 2. I'm almost thinking
One more
out
strike,
here.
you're out.
No more adding to the deck list here in a minute.
One more card here, everybody. What do we want to add?
Mana Vault.
I am also a big
I want to add
fan
Mana Vault.
for card draw of Palantir of Orthanc,
Oh,
especially
that
when
card
you've
is
got a
so
lot
fun when it
of
gets
high
going.
mana things. It gets out of hand real quick, and people just go take the card. I don't want to take 15, 20 damage because all your high value stuff.
Like the first few stacks of it, not too bad, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're like revealing 4 and I'm taking like 20 damage.
Yeah.
All right. I went ahead and I've added in most of the cards we've mentioned, plus a few
Wait.
more for you, Millie.
Wait,
what do you got
can
for
we,
us, Rob?
can we fit Idol? This is a token deck,
Oh.
right? Idol of Oblivion? Can we add that somehow?
That's true. Also, if we want more card draw, Iron Spider is a great card too.
Oh, if I know the Iron Spider.
Iron Spider
I can't help you cut 2 cards.
Iron Spider
Oh,
is
Stark upgrade.
basically the Steel Overseer, but it's got Vigilance, and it will also let you pay to remove 2 counters from among artifacts you control to draw a card. So it gives you card draw and
Oh, that would be pretty good.
buffs your team.
Plus it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think that's some good additions. So, Melly, we will go ahead. We're going to copy down this deck list, and we will send the link to the updated list over to you so you can take a look at it. Let us know how we did. Let us know what you think.
Is there anything that you guys can think of that colorless hasn't branched into that you think a design space that they should push into? Like,
I mean, they
obviously,
have a
like,
little bit, but more color hate.
more color hate, like the Null.
Yeah, multicolor hate would be good. I like that.
Yeah, more of
I
that.
think that would be really interesting. So I'm like, colorless is like identity. It's just like artifacts basically, or Eldrazi. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's like somewhere that they could push another option, but I can't really think of anything the colors of Magic don't already cover.
Yeah,
That's
there's
why we
that
don't
+1
have a-
+1 counter one too. I don't remember the name. It'd be cool if they reduced activated abilities, like on a commander, so you could run more colorless cards with activated abilities, but do it cheaper. That'd be kind of fun.
True.
That'd be kind of cool. Or like even like activate abilities on lands or something like that. Like making your what is it, Manamo? Not Manamo.
Monomino.
Everybody draws a card for 2 mana.
Gaia Reach Sanctum,
Gaia Reach Sanitarium.
Gaia Reach.
Yeah.
Sanitarium, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Making that reduced, or making it so you draw an extra card or something like that. I don't know.
True. All right. Any last thoughts on this, or are we ready to move on to our final question?
Colorless decks are hard. That's all I got.
They're very tough. Very tough.
Tired of your normal Magic the Gathering podcasts that are an hour or longer, that are just going on and on about things that are decidedly not Magic the Gathering related? Like those Manabonded guys. Wish you had a show that went into a deep dive on the cards themselves rather than pointless questions like, when is it worth it to draw in a CEDH game? Then MTG Unraveled might just be for you. Join hosts Rafa and Ryanne as they dive deep into cards from across Magic history. Maybe with their help, you'll learn how to unravel the secrets the cards have been keeping from you.
So the last question we want to get to here, possibly two. These are some questions that Rafa and Ryanne have brought over for us from their community, and they're going to ask us, and we're going to see if we can help them. So let's hear it from them. Ryan, do you want to ask the question there?
Sure. So first question is, what would you consider proper food and drink etiquette while playing? Is it fine if someone is snacking like over their board or playing while they're eating dinner?
The Magic cards are my dinner.
Nom, nom, nom.
No.
They have
Your
food
opponent's
tokens.
Magic cards.
Yeah.
Legally, we cannot tell you to eat the cards.
Cardboard has fiber, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Not the right kind, I'm sure. Yeah, this is a tricky one. I think it comes down to a lot of personal preference, and it can run into a lot of pet peeves, right? There are people who the most annoying possible sound in the world is somebody else's chewing noises.
Mouth noises.
Right?
Oh,
Just mouth noises in general that isn't words.
that is so far. I don't care if we're playing Magic or if we're doing absolutely nothing. Chew with your mouth closed and don't swish your spit around, please.
Yes,
That's fair.
I agree.
What if I do that while shuffling the cards in my hand really quick and make them flick?
Yeah.
So I think for me, it all depends on the setting where we're playing. If we're playing at an event at a store for like a casual commander night, you're snacking on some candy or some chips, and you're drinking a soda, that's fine, as long as you're not touching my cards without asking. I don't need your Cheeto fingers on my cards, please. Thank you very much.
I'll take the Cheeto dust.
That's true.
Yeah, tournament setting.
The Cheeto dust comes free.
It's a free bonus with the touching of cards. I think at a tournament setting, probably no food. But I have a buddy who we haven't done it in a couple years, but part of his thing is he likes to have people over, so he'll do barbecue, and we'll do a thing where we'll like play a couple of games while the meat's cooking, and then we'll stop to actually eat, and then we'll start playing again, and then we'll just kind of like keep eating and playing casually. So setting, I think, is the matter.
Yeah, setting is a huge deal. I think also the level of chill I am with you eating while we're playing is directly correlated to how messy the food is and whether or not you're using your hands to eat it, right? Because if you are having spaghetti and meatballs at our commander night, I'm probably going to ask you to put it away until you're done, right?
How am I supposed
If
to eat
you
between
are-
games?
That's the between game, Zack.
If you're eating one of those meals where like you dip your hands in the bread and then you dip the bread in the soupy mixture like curry and then you eat it like that, like with your hands, no utensils whatsoever, I think we put the cards down for a while.
Okay, but what if it's a top
But-
5 potato?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
I
don't know
don't
what
think
you're
any
going to do then.
A lot of the top 5 potatoes are finger foods, which does run into an issue. And then it just comes down to like, is it super greasy? Is it like sticking to your hands a lot? And I would say pretty much every form of potato, you can use a utensil. Nobody says you can't eat your fries with a fork. Especially if they're loaded fries.
Ryan might have a different
I don't
opinion.
know about that.
What do you mean, Ryan? No. Fight me on this, Ryan. What do you mean you can't use a fork for fries?
Death battle right
Listen,
now.
you can do whatever you want. I can have my own opinions about you as you do it.
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
If
Idaho
you eat-
people do not all agree on how to eat potatoes.
I'm
if you
only
eat
so much an
potatoes with a
Idahoan.
fork, wear a bib. Just go
Wear
all
a
out.
bib. Like the whole seafood bib thing, like before a seafood boil.
Yeah,
This is my
conversely,
potato bib.
if you're hanging out with your friends and some dude pulls out a Snickers bar, keeps it in the wrapper as they eat it, that's not even a problem to me. As long as you're chewing with your mouth closed and you're not like trying to talk while eating, you're fine. That's not even a big deal.
We're all human, all right? We've all accidentally dipped a magic card into our barbecue sauce thinking it was a chip, all right? We've all been there. It doesn't mean we can't be eating our barbecue chips at the same time, all right?
Wait. Zach, I think we need a story here.
I will not
I
reiterate.
think you got the story.
Are you trying to tell us that you at one point dipped your chips into some barbecue sauce?
I can plead the fifth.
Okay.
How is it incriminating? What? Now I want to know.
We've all
Legally,
been
he
there.
doesn't
We've
have to
all
answer that
been there.
question.
We've all done it before. Okay, it's a perfectly human thing to do. We've been there. No need to reiterate or go into deeper details about what happened.
Point
We're
fingers.
all happens to the best of us. I don't
Okay,
know.
last
Food-
Manabonded
been-
cut. If it's watermelon, it's acceptable because watermelon's delicious.
It's basically
No,
water.
no,
so
watermelon
you're good.
sucks. I'm sorry,
Thank
Rafa.
you.
Watermelon sucks.
I am also not a fan of watermelon. The taste
Thank
to
you.
consistency
It's
ratio
LaCroix's
is not good enough.
styrofoam. It's bad. Especially if it has seeds in it still. If we're in the year of our Lord 2026 and you're still trying to make me eat a seeded watermelon. Ugh.
I won't do
Second
it.
food hot take for the show. If my food has obstacles, I don't want it.
I'm okay with
Okay?
obstacles. Corn on the cob,
I'm
fantastic. Pomegranate, fantastic. Cherries,
No.
Chicken
Yeah.
wings are
fantastic.
better on the bone.
Yeah, like wings. I do not like bone-in wings. I'm sorry. I
What?
want my glorified chicken nuggets. I want them smothered in whatever the least hot sauce is at Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't want to have to deal with the bone. I
Alright.
just want the meat.
Josh,
what
go
we're
play with
learning-
your tater tots.
What
Just
we're
go play with
learning
your
is
tater tots. The adults are
Josh
talking
needs a
over
bib.
here.
No, hey, you know what I'm very proud of? I once had a meal at somebody's house in a white shirt and tie, no less. And they were like, hey, we traditionally eat this meal. It's from like another country that I lived in for a while. We traditionally eat this meal with our fingers. Do you guys want to do that? And I was like, absolutely. This sounds so fun. I ate that entire meal, which was rice with like a chicken gravy, without getting a single grain of rice on any of my clothes.
Nice.
I was so proud of myself. I do not need a bib.
I don't know.
I love how you had to
mentality is
spend a
very
minute
childish.
justifying it.
Gold star.
Thank you. No, it's the reason why I don't like trail mix, because I'm a baby and I don't like my M&Ms with obstacles.
Oh,
Just get M&Ms.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
Look, when I buy trail mix, I just buy the big jug of M&Ms from Costco. That's my trail mix.
That's trail mix, yeah.
doesn't like obstacles, but will use a fork with fries.
Yeah, right? Right?
Hey, only if I'm trying to keep my hands clean. If I'm playing Magic and I got loaded fries, I need to keep my hands clean, so I got to use
Okay.
a fork.
At
Loaded
least use,
fries
like
are different.
chopsticks or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, chopsticks is a great option too. Oh, if you guys want, there's a really good all-you-can-eat like hot pot place right next to my house. We can hit up after the tournament or
That-
like the next day or
That'd
whatever.
be pretty sick.
Bring some back.
It's really good.
No, I was saying we're going. We're gone.
Dude, I'm so down. If you guys also want to just come down to the tournament, if there's seats, I don't care. You can totally show up. The sleeping arrangement's going to get real tight real fast.
Especially
but
with
we'll
our
make it work.
6K.
Yeah, that would make it a little even more tight.
to go back on like food etiquette, I think it's tough. Like, just be respectful of other people's cards. Like,
Mhm.
if you
Yeah.
get your own cards disgustingly sticky with whatever you're eating, whatever, it's your cards. Live your life. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But like other people's cards, they're not yours. Be respectful. Wash your
Exactly.
hands, or like clean up your hands before you like interact with anything on
Yeah.
their side.
I think
Right.
the
It's
real
just
line is
pretty
like
easy.
is with drink. That's where it gets me. Is
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
those you can be as careful as you want and they can still spill. We watched somebody spill an entire beer over somebody's Dragon deck and it was just
Oh no.
done. It was so bad.
Can I tell you a real story from several weeks ago? Probably 2 months ago. I was at a friend's parents' house. Shout out Aaron, great guy. We were over at his house, and Aaron's daughter was running around. She's being cute as heck, just running around saying hi to everyone, wanting to be a part of everything. And she was eating her dinner, which was some Costco pizza we had. She had her little milk cup, and she set down her milk cup, and it tipped and spilled all over my deck. And got in the sleeves a little, got all over the sleeves on my playmat. And I was just playing, what was it? It was my Terra Herald of Hope deck. So it wasn't like expensive, so I wasn't super worried about it. But it's just something that happens, right?
Yeah.
In the environment you're in, things can just happen. And we spent the next like 10 minutes dabbing off my tokens and drying off my sleeves and making sure nothing was sticky. But yeah, it just happens. So, if you're going to play in a situation where there are kids, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you didn't order your magic deck with a side of milk?
Clearly, he needed that side of milk.
Yeah, that
Do I
side
have
of
to
milk
make people
came
more
free.
upset? Do I have to make people more upset? I hate milk.
That's fine.
You don't, you don't like magic cards and
I
milk?
agree.
Milk is bad. Milk tastes bad. And maybe that's the reason I'm 5'3", but I don't care. I hate milk. And I will, not very tall, but I will stand by it.
Humans are
No,
not
milk-
meant to drink cow's milk. Our bodies are not meant to digest it.
That's why everyone's lactose
Regular,
intolerant
like
at some
daily
level.
milk drinking, that's a red flag.
Oh no, I guess I have a red
Every
flag.
day.
I don't drink it daily anymore, but I do drink it regularly just because it's whatever. But going back to Ryan's point about the drinks in particular, that's
Yeah.
why I like the rule that Pearl Souls has for drinks. If it is a screw-on lid, that is fine to be on the table as long as the lid is screwed on. If it is a can or something that cannot have a lid closed, that goes on the floor next to you. So that way, when it inevitably gets spilled, it's spilled on the floor and can be mopped up instead of spilled all over everybody's cards.
Yeah, which is a great rule to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, as As a certified Dutch Bros girly, I feel that.
Yeah.
It is a struggle of my life.
That's also why I swear by sealables.
I am no longer a Dutch Bros supporter after they got my order catastrophically wrong, and it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever had in my
They
life.
literally had a little girl deliver the milk to your cards. What more do you want?
That wasn't Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros did not hire this little girl, okay?
All right,
They put
that
a
you
hit
are
out
aware
on
of.
Josh's dick.
Yeah.
We got time. Why don't we hit the other question you sent in? Rafa, you want to hit us with this other question you brought to us?
Yeah. Is there an archetype you wish had better support? What kind of cards would you want made for it? So obviously you guys are card designers. So tell me how you're going to design these cards.
Okay.
Capybaras? We need more capybaras.
Capybara.
We got
Quokkas.
one. We got one mixed
Oh.
one. Give us more. And then you know what?
No.
Better yet, make it a team up between a capybara and a possum, and make it care about both of those types. That's what I.
That's
need.
pretty good. I'm into that.
Capybaras are unnatural. Something about them just makes me uneasy. I'm sorry, Zach.
No, dude,
I get
I'm
scared of
sorry.
the big rodent.
I won't stand for the capybara hate. Goats, maybe, I understand. But
Oh, is this where I
capybaras
get
don't
muted?
deserve it.
Capybaras
comes.
are just OUSs. Or ROS.
ROUSs?
RUSs, yeah. Gotta find the right acronym. There's
what's
RUSs. Rodents
Right.
of unusual size.
Yeah, ROUS. I don't think they exist.
A lot less scary than in
I-
Princess Bride, but you know.
I
Yeah.
put this question because secretly I really wanted to talk about it. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a
Oh,
giant Saproling lover fan, and I want all the Saproling. Shrufus is adorable. Give me more Saprolings, please.
I have like custom made
if I-
sapperling tokens I can give you.
Oh,
Rafa, if I find the photo, I will send the photo to you if I find the card. So I love Slimefoot, the Stowaway, as a commander.
Yes.
I think he's so much fun. I built a whole spore counter deck around him, like bought a bunch of cards for it and everything to literally just do spore counter sapperling stuff. It was super funny. But when I placed the order with Card Kingdom, I said, hey, can you do a custom sapperling token for me? And what they sent over was Bob Ross as a little sapperling painting.
That's pretty great. Card Kingdom's cool
It's
like
so
that.
good.
I'm
Well,
so
I'll
jealous.
send you the photo when I find the token. It's incredible. They also sent me over a treasure token that was a Pokemon Emerald cartridge.
Oh, that is so awesome. Yeah. I didn't explain enough. I played when I was 13, but I got back into it in 2019. Like I stopped playing Commander. I only played Magic for like a year or two, and then I stopped, but got back into it at 2019. And when I got back into it, I built dragons and then literally Slimefoot the Stowaway, which is crazy.
Yes,
I love Slimefoot.
I love him. He's friend-shaped.
He is definitely French.
Yeah.
If there is a archetype that I want more support for, I have built a deck for this, but it's bad. I want more scarecrows. I want a lot more scarecrows because I built... So, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but I have what I've called my 5-color project. I love 5-color decks. I love creature-type decks. And so I have currently... Let me check my Mox field.
I'm gonna guess 7.
8 different 5-color
So
decks.
close.
And all but one of them are physically built. And the way I do that is I have a land and typal support base of 55 cards and a creature type package of 45 cards, which includes a commander. And I just shuffle them into each other and switch it out based on what deck I want to play that day. Currently, I believe my paper list is set up to do my elementals with Ashling, the new one.
The new one
But
from the
of
prequel.
those, I have 5-color Eldrazi with Azlask, the Swelling Scourge. It's secretly
What'd you just call me?
experience counters. You heard me. Garth One-Eye, 5-color Wizards, which is probably my worst one. Ashling the Limitless as my 5-color Elementals. The one I haven't built yet, but I will, is Kenrith's Noble Court. It's going to be 5-color Nobles. I'm really excited for that one. I have Reaper King's Harvest Time, which is my Scarecrows. Sliver Overlord's Family Reunion, my 5-color Slivers. Tazari's Party Adventure. Human with Tazari Beacon of Unity with the sub-theme of the party mechanic and dungeons. And then, of course, the Dragon's Flight, which was my first and favorite of the 5-color decks.
Yeah. If you could have a card for one of those decks, what would it do? What's one of them missing a piece for?
Oh, Reaper King is missing a lot because I have a feeling and a personal belief that if you're going to build a creature type based deck and you fill it with changelings, you're cheating.
Yes.
So my Reaper King deck has, I think, one changeling, because it's the one changeling I put between all of the lists, which is what's his face? Morophon, the Boundless. He's the only changeling in there because he's just way too good to ignore. And the ironic part is he's terrible in the Scarecrow deck because all of my Scarecrows are colorless. A lot of them I built sort of to do a sort of blink strategy to kind of abuse the Reaper King's own ETB triggers. So I don't know. I just want something that is creature type support for Scarecrows in some way. Just something that, like, whenever a Scarecrow enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 counter on a creature an opponent controls or something, right? Or Scarecrows have flash. have another League of Legends crossover. Give me Fiddlesticks and have him have flash, and also all other Scarecrows have flash.
That'd be kind of funny. It kind of fits with Fiddlesticks.
That one's for you, Jake.
I would really like to see more done with the party mechanic. I was very angry when we had the D&D set and there was no party mechanic as part of the set. What do you mean?
Right?
The D&D set has no party mechanic. And then they had the commander deck that had the party mechanic. I'm like, that's a cop-out. So
right.
More party mechanic stuff.
Yeah, that's a flavor fail.
Would be great. Yeah, that's why I really like the scene bundle from Final Fantasy, where they talked about Final Fantasy, I think it's 1 or 2.
I still need
where
that.
It is just a party one, where they have the hero, the mage, the healer.
The destined hero, the destined mage, something that, yeah. I think it's from 1 or 2. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, but that sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure it's from 1, because in Final Fantasy 1, you never know the main party's names. Like, you never hear them.
Oh, interesting.
So that's why they're the destined hero, the destined mage, the destined rogue.
I wonder if that's like an old narrative trick that they use with games to be like, this is a formless character that you can put yourself into, you know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice if I could cast spells and swing a big sword?
Right.
Instead, I have to go to work.
That's unfortunate. The only person I guess we haven't heard from is Ryan. Do you have any things you would particularly like to see more support for?
I just need more otters, man. We need to go back to Bloomborough.
For real.
Yes.
I built Bria, and for my otter-typal storm deck, it has way too many non-otters just to fill it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Melly, listening, just pumped her fists in excitement at that. Melly is a huge otter lover. Also built a Bria deck. Like, when that sort of like, it was like a beginner deck thing that came out.
Yeah, the
that
starter
Bria
deck.
I bought it specifically because I knew Melly wanted Bria. It came with a Mockingbird that I wanted for CEDH, but I'm like, it comes with Bria too. Hey, Melly, catch. And I just gave her Bria. And so that way she could have that for one of her decks.
Yeah,
have you seen what that card's at now, Josh?
Which one?
Bria.
It's like over $40 now.
Is she really?
Yeah.
She jumped.
Basically the best otter commander you can play.
Yeah, and she was kind of hard to get. You had to get her from the starter deck. She wasn't in the main set.
Yeah, and I don't even think you could get her
she's
from collector packs.
$45. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nope. You couldn't get
Absurd.
her from
It
any
was
packs.
just that.
It's just the starter deck.
Yeah.
We need a Bria secret layer.
For real.
Bria secret layer.
True.
Otter secret layer.
I,
Just reimagine other
Yes.
cards as otters.
I went so
Yeah.
hard on
Vivi.
Bloomborough as a set, bought so much of it, but that is the worst performance I've had at a pre-release in the last forever. My best event was 1 and 2. Like,
Ooh.
and I just sat there, I'm like, that is miserable.
Still better than my Strixhaven performance.
My standard is 2 and 1. So
yeah, that's what I can normally pull off as well, is at least 2 and 1. No, Bria is top 15, or no, is 16th most expensive card in the set.
that's funny.
Really, the only things that are ahead of it are all of the fancy raised foils. And then Lumra and a 3-tree city are the only cards ahead of it.
Yeah.
And then it's Bria. That's crazy how expensive she's gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
she's
least
really,
we got
really
our boy
good.
Lutri back.
Thank you. They freed
Yeah.
my boy.
They freed him from his mortal
Lutri
Finally.
is free.
Finally
They're
got
taking
free.
a step in the right direction.
I saw a video earlier that was actually interesting, talking about Lutri and being free from the ban list. They've done a really good job unbanning cards, because I don't know about you guys, but I have not seen a single card that has been unbanned really played.
Yeah, no, it's super interesting. The commander banned list has really thinned out a lot, and it's also like thinned out well.
Yeah.
Not a lot of the cards that came off were cards that everybody was rushing to play and destroy, right? Like, nobody rushed to put a Worldfire back in their deck years ago. Nobody's going to rush to put Biorhythm or Coalition Victory in their deck, right?
I mean...
But the people who wanted it can have
Mirror?
it.
Yeah.
Is the only one I want to get a copy of.
Yeah, Panoptic Mirror is what I'm still scared of, but I get
Sway
it.
the Stars.
Yeah, I want to put Prisoner's
Worldfire.
Dilemma on it.
Those two, I'm like, I want to put those in the 10th Doctor, because then I can put them on the suspense deck, and then I can make your life miserable while I still have a bunch of things I can play and win in the next turn or two.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of a fun idea, actually.
Yeah, it does unfortunately kind of just force the 10th Doctor to be in the bracket 4 zone, because Worldfire is definitely mass land denial, and so same with a lesser extent Sway the Stars, but you know.
That's one that I'd like to talk about. Right now in Standard specifically, like Landfall is absolutely destroying everything.
Yeah.
What is a good stacks piece to stop like Landfall?
High
like,
noon.
Like a card that could be designed, like, or like made, like stop green ramp, especially in like Commander, like land ramp, like
land ramp.
A card that we could make that, like, when a card, if it's not the first time a land entered, it gets sacrificed or something like that.
Yeah.
To like prevent like Kodama's reaches and 3 visits, and stuff like that.
I think that'd be a Rakdos card, probably.
What if they printed a 3-mana card that when a second land entered, you get to draw a card? Like a second land on an opponent's board. Would you play that?
Possibly.
Like, they
I don't know.
Get the land. That's the problem.
Yeah, my idea would be if we printed a card that was like a colorless artifact that just said if a land would enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, and it would be the second, if it's not the first land that entered. Yeah, if it's not the first land that entered under their control this turn, exile it instead. And you have to add the instead because you want to circumvent those landfall triggers and just say, oh, you tried to have this enter, you don't get it. And you could do ways where it's like a 3-mana artifact with flash, I think would be really good to put on it, just to catch people and like, I'm going to play Cultivate, okay, I'm going to flash in the anti-landfall bubble. Or it could be just like a 1 and a blue or a 1 and a black instant. That's all it does, is it says, if a land would enter the battlefield under your opponent's control and it's not the first one, exile it instead this turn.
Yeah. Or maybe like a Hushbringer kind of effect, or like Doorkeeper Thrall specifically for like landfall triggers or like lands entering the battlefield.
Yeah.
Being a possibility.
It just, if a land entering the battlefield would cause a triggered ability of a permanent your opponent's controls to trigger, it doesn't trigger instead.
Well, I think it just, if a land entering the battlefield would cause a permanent to trigger, it just doesn't. So that way, it's a symmetrical stacks piece. You don't even need the if opponents.
There's a cleaner way to word that, but yeah.
I mean, you already have that on some forms on cards. Elish Norn exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Elish Norn is,
too.
And we talked about this a few weeks ago. It's like Elish Norn is kind of the only way to deny landfall triggers right now, because it's the only enter the battlefield denier that applies across the board, right? To all permanents, not just like creatures or artifacts, right? It applies to all permanents. And it doesn't just apply to their own self triggers, but it also prevents anything else from triggering because they entered. So it's tricky. I definitely think landfall is a strategy that needs more hate, but it's also tricky because I think if the hate gets too good, you're going to make a lot of people upset because landfall is also a very beloved archetype and style.
Yeah, it's like one of the most popular styles of deck building right now in Commander.
Not everybody's going to play it, just like not everybody plays the Doorkeeper Thralls and the Elish Norn Mother Machines.
That's true.
What
That's
they
very
printed
true.
that red board, or the red land board wipe that like resets everyone to 6 or whatever. What if we just like normalized that more and they had more options like that? Would you guys consider that a solution to landfall?
100%.
That's
they still get the
attacking
triggers,
one
though.
side of it
Story
for
lands.
sure.
Yeah.
It's one side of it for sure. I think the landfall problem is twofold. It's the fact that they are getting an exorbitant amount of lands, which is going to create a large mana advantage later on. But on top of that, it then is creating all the triggers from the landfall effects. And that can be tricky to bring in, right? Because if you're making everybody go down to 6 lands, Timmy over here has 37 and you've got 12 and everybody else has 5. If you say, all right, everybody down to 5 lands, that's fine. But Timmy's already gotten a billion Scoot Swarms on the field, so it doesn't solve anything.
Rakdos Charm.
Exactly what came to my head.
Yeah, Rakdos Charm that sucker and watch him cry. That's absolutely the answer.
Scoot Swarm is a terrible card. We should never been printed, please.
Okay, one more input. What about like an anti-Mangara? So instead of whenever an opponent does something, you get to do something, but it said like whenever an opponent's second land or whenever they draw their second card or whatever, it stops it. Would you consider that playable and good for landfall?
If it stopped the trigger or if it gave you something on top of it, because Smuggler's Share exists and that gives you a treasure whenever an opponent has 2 or more lands enter on a turn.
I mean like
I feel like that's
it stops it. Stops your second card draw, stops your second land from entering.
Okay, yeah. I think that would be good enough in my eyes to try to run against some landfall effects for sure.
Yeah, I think that is a perfectly good option for having a white, maybe white-black ability that just stops you from getting extras.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Another question, real quick. Similar vein as well. How much life would you pay for a fetchable untapped tri-land? Like similar to like Shocklands, you pay 2 life that comes in untapped. Like how much would you pay for a tri-land that does something similar?
3.
I feel like 3's so low. Like I would pay more than 3.
3's the most I'd pay.
I do 4.
You're not dead till you're at 0.
49. 39 life.
40. Just get me out.
No, it's got to be 38 so I can still get it with my fetch.
Oh, true.
No, I don't. Yeah, 4 I think would feel fair in a game if someone else did it.
Yeah.
It'd have to be like commander specific because I think in like 20 life.
Yeah. In a 20 life format, asking to pay 4. Yeah, because you're basically saying lose a quarter of your life total right off the rip just to have access to your colors.
All 3 colors, yeah.
Which like maybe some decks would want, but I don't know if anybody would be willing to pay that much.
Death Shadow would cream itself thinking about that.
That's true. Death Shadow would love that.
Oh boy, I gotta go to 15 on turn 1 with just getting a land into play.
Yeah, with just fetching and finding more lands, yeah.
Yeah, it would absolutely love that.
I'm always like curious to know like how much life people would pay for an untapped any color or 3 colors. So
I've full sended black market connections multiple times in a game. I'm willing to pay all the life. So
yeah,
life is a resource.
The only life that matters is the last one.
I'm a chump. It can come in tapped.
Yeah.
See,
it's called Amulet of Vigor, Ryan. We all need to use it.
I think for me, I kind of agree with Ryan on a part of it, but I'm like, if I really need it, I'll pay for it. Most of the time, I'll let it come into play tapped. That's fine.
If it's that last land I need to get Joda on the battlefield, then I guess I'll pay the life.
Yeah, that's
but only that specific scenario. Not
yes. None of the other ones.
Are you a SpongeBob Joda enjoyer or just a regular Joda enjoyer?
Am I what?
Are you a SpongeBob Joda enjoyer
no.
or a regular Joda enjoyer?
Absolutely not. Nope. I stopped liking that show when they had that episode where SpongeBob and Patrick switched underwear, and then Patrick was like, "Oh, they're yellow because I peed." And after that episode, I was like, "I hate this show. What is going on? I am not."
Yeah, kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
I never watched SpongeBob because I was poor. And my parents also thought the humor was just too dumb. And so when we were at my grandparents' house, they'd be like, "No, you're not watching SpongeBob. Please watch something else."
Fairly Odd Parents is better anyway, so.
Oh yeah. Dude, I was a big Jimmy Neutron and Ben 10 enjoyer. So
the good old days.
Good old days. All right. Well, it seems we're moving that way anyway. So why don't we head on over to the end step where we're just going to chat about things in our lives. I know that so I had a bit of an incident last night with my dog. If you guys want to hear about it,
sure, and then I can share about mine.
It's a good.
Well, my cat, not my dog.
It ends well. I promise. So for all of you who are about to accuse me of being a bad dog parent, shut up. She's fine. So we were at Costco the other day, and as you do, we were shopping, doing our grocery run, and we were grabbing as many samples as we could because it's free food and why not? Well, we come across one free sample station that looked like this sort of peanutty, chocolatey, kind of brittle looking candy thing. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. So I tried it. Soon as it hit my mouth, I was like, oh, crap. And my wife looks at me and goes, what's wrong? And I said, they got me. I'm sorry. And I just turned around and I grabbed one. I threw it in our cart. And I was like, no, we have to buy these. They are like milk chocolate and toffee with like a little bit of macadamia nut for extra crunch. And for those of you pet owners who have dogs, you may have just felt your heart skip a beat because you could probably tell where this is going. I spent a bunch of time yesterday sorting out some cards, getting ready to sell them to wherever I'll buy them so that I can buy myself a new Lego set. And so I'm sorting these out. I've got
priorities.
I've got a couple of those little treats. Yeah, exactly. I've got a couple of those treats sitting out on a paper towel next to me, and I, have them. I've got like one left, and I finish up, and we're watching Spider-Man, and then we're like, all right, let's go upstairs. Let's put all this away and get ready to start making dinner. Well, I grab all my cards and I go upstairs, and then we're like getting ready to eat dinner, and as we're upstairs chatting, I stop and I realize, oh, and I sprint downstairs, and sure enough, the paper towel is empty. And I'm like, oh, crap. Because not only did that treat have chocolate.
My food?
Not only did that have chocolate, it had macadamia nut. And for those of you pet owners who may not be aware, macadamia nut is like one of the worst nuts you can give your dog. It is bad. Really not good for them. It can cause like back leg paralysis, can cause like fevers and seizures. I spent a lot of time Googling this last night because I was very scared for my dog. And so come to find out, we do some digging and I find this chart that like talks about toxicity rates with a certain amount of macadamia nuts per weight of the dog. And it is as low as like 1 ounce of nuts. So like a single nut per 2.2 pounds.
Whoa.
My dog is like a 15-pound dog. So theoretically, she could have about 5 to 6 ounces of the nuts before it would become a problem. I, after reading this, was panicking and like, crap, how much macadamia nut is in this? The nutritional information wasn't helping me. So I grab one of those and I put it on my kitchen scale and I throw it down and the entire treat is like exactly 1 ounce. And I'm like, I have a 15-pound dog. She ate 1 ounce of these candies. She's fine. She's not in any danger. And so I'm like, okay, I'm like starting to breathe again. And I'm like, okay, I think we're okay. But we were up very late last night watching her, keeping an eye on her, trying to keep her moving and being like, hey, your back leg's still working. You still good? And I'm happy to say that she's alive and well and still as dumb as ever. Her intelligence is not affected by the treat. I promise. She's just that stupid.
Nice.
If anything, it made her smarter.
She just got a sweet treat last night that she probably shouldn't have, but I can't blame her because, they're so good, guys.
Man.
I'm glad she's okay.
Her name, for anyone wondering, her name is Zola, which is short for Zoloft, the antidepressant, because that was her job when my wife bought her, was she was going to be my wife's antidepressant.
Nice.
That's so
I
good,
love that.
actually.
That's a great name for a pet.
She's incredible.
Yeah. No, mine is a whole lot less exciting and a lot less of a story, but one of our cats, her name is Boots.
I love it.
Well, this is the compromise. That word escaped me for a second there. The compromise I did. My sister and brother-in-law wanted to name her Bootleg CD. And I'm like, there is no way we're naming a cat Bootleg CD.
Are you kidding me? I'm on their side. Bootleg CD is such a good name for a cat.
Do you want to say Bootleg CD every single time you talk to the cat?
Wait, is it a male cat or a female cat?
No, it's a girl.
Oh,
so we call her Boots.
Because then if you could say... It'd be so funny if you named your male cat Bootleg CD, because then they'll be like, why is it named Bootleg CD? And you pick up your cat and say, because you bootleg CD's nuts.
Except for you don't have those. No, our boy cat doesn't have those no more.
That's true.
But
Owning a cat is not a victimless crime.
Yeah.
Those testicles are always the victim.
She was outside, and she's doing her standard thing of hunting around stuff because we live kind of out in the country, and their mom is a barn cat. She gets to come on the porch, but she doesn't get to come inside because we're afraid of her spraying everything. And she went out hunting like she normally does, and must have had a little too much success with either a wasp or a hornet, and she got stung in the face. So she is a not so happy little lady. Luckily, she's pretty chill, so she's just mostly napping right now. But she is a one-eyed cat for the moment. Didn't actually get stung in the eye itself, just close enough to the eye where she doesn't want to open it.
No.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Rafa, Ryan, do you guys have pets?
Oh, yeah. We have, 4 cats and 2 dogs.
Oh my gosh.
All except for one of them. If it was up to Rafa, we'd only have one of them. He was
I don't
not.
hate pets, but they're a lot.
He was not a pet person.
Multiple cats can be a lot. Yeah.
Before me, I grew up always having a bajillion pets, specifically cats. Like I remember at one point we had 13 cats. And
That's crazy.
These were indoor-outdoor cats, and a lot of them were rescues.
Yeah.
And at that specific moment, we only had that many because I had found a mama kitten and her 5 babies.
Do it.
And couldn't leave them
Yeah.
outside. I had to bring them home.
No, you have to.
Yeah.
No. And so, 14-year-old me came home, and I was like, Grandma, look at the babies.
No, until I got married, every single pet I owned me and my family owned were rescues. And that includes both the fish and the turtle that we had.
Yep.
Our first family dog, her name was Peaches because she was big and round and fuzzy. She was rescued after being abandoned in a peach orchard, hence her name. The second dog we had, she was given to us by a breeder who was getting out of the business and had just decided to give up her latest litter to people who wanted them and could give them a good home. So that's what we did. And then we had a cat in between there that we got where we just found her at a library and just were like, oh, hey, Mom, there's this kitten running around, and we asked, and nobody knows whose it is. And so my mom's like, we'll take it home, I guess. And so then we had a cat. Her name was Fenchurch.
That cat had book smarts and street smarts.
Exactly. It knew how to go to a nice home. And then, so when I first met my wife, before we started dating, she had already bought Zola. So that is like the only pet I've ever owned that did not come from a shelter or a rescue. Zola was purchased from a breeder out in eastern Idaho. And she's very sweet. We love her a lot. So it's not like I'm upset that we had to pay full price for her. She's a wonderful dog. But the cat we got, the cat we have, her name is Stormy, and I had told my wife I wanted a cat because I grew up with a cat and I like having a cat around, and my wife was like, we'll talk about it. I don't want a cat. I don't think I want a cat. And then one day, my wife was off at PetSmart, spoiling our dog as she does, and she calls me, and she's like, I need you to get to the store right now. And I'm like, why? What's wrong? She said, if you want a cat, it's going to be this one. I can feel it. And I said, okay. I drove her to the store, and we found this small gray cat who was in one of those little adoption boxes that they were working with a local shelter to try to help find a home. And my wife was like, I don't know what it is. I think it's the way she's looking at me and the way she was so sweet. She was bumping up against the window trying to get my wife to pet her. She's like, I want this cat. I think I really want this cat. And literally within 3 hours, we were approved. We bought her and we brought her home. It was such a rush decision that has ended up turning out so well for our pets, because Zola really needed a friend because we work all day. And so she was alone, and having a cat around just really helped her out.
It reminds me of how we got our dog. I got my first, I personally have never sought a pet out. I've had plenty growing up and around me, but I work in people's homes during my day job. Podcasting is moonlighting. And so I was at a house and they had doodle puppies, and I've never been around a doodle more than, passing. And I don't know what it was, but because I see puppies all the time at work, but like every month at least, if not more often than that. And I don't know what it was about him, but I called Ryan while I was working and was like, hey, do you want to get another dog?
I thought he was having a stroke. Like, those are words that would never come out of this man's mouth. I was like, what? Who are you? Somebody took your phone.
Like, is this the code word we use to say that one of us has been kidnapped?
Yeah. Something's wrong.
Yeah. No, I get it. Zola is a mini golden doodle, so I absolutely get the appeal. I'll send you guys a photo.
Doodles are pretty great. I have a friend who had a couple breeds before they moved to Minnesota, or Montana. But I think I actually met your kitty a little bit after you guys got him. I think that was one of the times I came over to your house because it was still in the bathroom.
Yeah, it would have been the downstairs apartment.
Yeah. It was still in the bathroom getting used to being in a new house.
Yeah, we were trying to do that thing where you slowly introduce them to each other.
Yeah.
And so that was the point where we were kind of letting them take time just smelling each other. And we spent a little bit of time with the dog on a leash while they got to see each other as well. So
yeah, doodles have lots of energy sometimes. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. My pet, like me, is an anxious-ridden bean. So
anxiety-ridden.
Yeah, I have a husky.
Oh,
he's fun. Yeah, he's adorable.
Fun and high energy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys have a little bit of a backyard.
Yeah, we have a backyard that he likes to go in, but he's very anxious.
Does he talk?
He talks a lot. He loves talking back, and he'll paw at you and be like, "Why'd you stop petting me? Like, I didn't say you could stop."
Yeah.
The talking is the cutest thing about huskies.
Yeah, he will howl and whine, especially when we go to like the groomers or something. I have to like drop him off. He's like losing his emotional support animal or emotional support human, and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
He's a sweetie.
We have a friend that I've talked about like pets with them, and they didn't grow up with pets because their dad was super allergic, but they were like, yeah, my wife and I have talked about like if we got a dog, what kind of dog we'd want to get, and we thought that maybe we'd get a husky or a German shepherd, and I'm just looking at them like, this is how I know you've never owned a pet, because you think you can handle a husky or a shepherd on your first try.
They are a lot.
Like that's not happening, dude. For your first animal, you want a Chihuahua or a mini doodle. Those suckers do nothing all day.
You could also get a King Cavalier Spaniel. Those are lap dogs.
I love that.
They're if I was gonna get a breed, it'd probably be one of those because they are adorable and they love people and they love being around people.
That was my first dog. He was so dumb. Oh my god. We went out to dinner one night and came back home, and he let us know how much he missed us by trailing the garbage from our front door. And like our house had this circle that went through the living room, then the dining room, then the kitchen, and back around, and there was just a line of garbage all the way, and he's just sitting in the middle of the living room like, I made you guys some art. Welcome home.
That is great.
Incredible.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Absolutely adorable.
The big catalyst of why we had to get the cat is because my wife and I came home one day after a date night where we had both worked all day. We came home for like 10 minutes and they were like, let's go out to eat tonight. Why not? And we went out to eat. And then we came home and the dog had started chewing up the carpet and the baseboard in an apartment that she was the manager for, by the way, and I was the maintenance. So I was like, I'm going to have to fix this. This sucks. So we were like, we have to do something about this poor dog because she's too anxious to stay in the kennel all day. And this is what happens when we let her out.
Yeah.
So we got her an emotional support cat. Well, I think that'll do it for our episode today. We want to thank you guys all for listening. And I especially want to thank you too, Rafa and Ryan, for coming on our show and hanging out with us today. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been so much fun.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah.
I love the difference of the dynamics between our podcasts because we're so scripted that it's like bam, 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 but just sitting and chatting and talking about whatever comes to mind is great.
Yeah.
It's a podcast format I love to listen to, and it's why I wanted to adopt it. It's just friends hanging out, lightly organized by some outline, right? We're just going to chat about what we love, and what we love is this game. And so if they want to find more of your guys' content, where can they find you?
You can find us on TikTok at Dicentric Games for our short form stuff. If you want to listen to our full podcast, you can find video form on YouTube or audio on Spotify, Apple, anywhere that you can listen to podcasts.
Nice.
Awesome.
I genuinely enjoy your guys' content so much. Like, actually,
Yeah.
it's so fun to listen to, and I'm so happy that
it is great.
you guys wanted to work with us too. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
The only reason I'm not further ahead with your guys' podcast is because I'm desperately trying to finish Rhythm of War.
Oh, I would choose Sanderson
very
over
quickly.
our podcast in a heartbeat. So
Any day.
Yeah. I just watched your guys' episode about cute cards, and I might have to bounce some ideas off of you guys, because I have a Bumbleflower deck that the whole point of the deck is eventually to have every single card in it be an aww card. So
I love that.
I want it to be super cute, because I got the raised foil Bumbleflower before she shot up the first time, and so,
Awesome.
yeah.
you've heard it here first. Cue Cards Part 2 with Nate.
Okay.
Yes.
there you go.
Sweet. Well, if you guys have questions you want to submit to our show and have us answer and help you out, whether that's some social situations you'd like some advice on or some deck building that we can do for you, go ahead and send us that in an email at manabonded@gmail.com. We'll take any and all questions. We'll also take them as DMs over our social media channels as well, if that's how you feel you need to get a hold of us.
Josh wouldn't accept the question, how do I get good, as one of the questions for this podcast. So just listen, I guess.
I think
That's a good question, though.
the answer is obvious, Rafa, and that is listen to Manabonded, and you will get good.
Duh.
I want a refund.
Nate, I want to take the artist side, so you can do Steve Brown.
Oh, okay. You got one for the art. All right. Well, if you like the music at the start or end of our podcast, that is done by friend of the show, Steve Brown, and you can find his music at stevebrownsongs.com if you want to hear some more of that fabulous earworm kind of tunes.
Ring. Oh my God, the phone's ringing. Hello? The Smithsonian? Oh my God. The Smithsonian? I can't say Smithsonian.
Smithsonian?
Guys, I'm having a stroke. Smith.
Smith?
I think I'm actually having a stroke right now. Oh my God.
How does your chest feel, buddy?
Smithsonian.
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 All right, the
We've
bit's
got a
dead.
blooper
The
for you
bit's dead.
guys.
No. You got it. Keep pushing. This ain't a blooper. This is final. Go.
The Smithsonian is
Do you
calling.
want to just do the MoMA instead?
Sure. I need a good art place.
The MoMA, Museum of Modern Art.
Mona Lisa?
MoMA.
MoMA. Okay. Ring. Hello? Oh, is this the... Say that again. MoMA? Oh, this is the MoMA? Oh, no, sorry. This our artwork for our podcast is not available for your use. Please reach out to Shadow Ecliplex, and you can get one of your own. You can find his work at shadowecliplexart.card.co.
That's card with 2 R's.
Yeah. Yep. We'll have the link down in the description, as along with every link that you can find us on social medias. We are on YouTube, we are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we are on BlueSky, we are on TikTok, we are on Moxfield, and probably need to duplicate all of those and put them on Architect as well, for those of you who use Architect, I guess. Make sure you leave a review on the app that you're listening to, and leave a few reviews on the apps you don't use. Like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and give us a follow on all of our platforms. We're really ramping up that social media content, and we're planning to shoot a bunch more short form videos for you at our tournament this weekend, so be on the lookout for all of that. I think that's gonna do that for us. Do you guys have anything else you want to say before we sign out?
I got so much more work to do on the card drive there and back with the short form content. Oh boy, it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Please teach me how to say Smithsonian.
Smith?
That's all I can say.
Sonian.
Hey, Zach.
That's what I need.
It's a lost cause, buddy.
Oh
All right. And with that, we will see you guys next week.
Smithsonian. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Shoot, I gotta mute my Discord so that notification noise doesn't happen again. Nate.
What? I'm trying to get them access to the deck list. We're going to be editing soon. It's
For
not
being
my
a
fault
good
you forgot
host.
to mute
God.
yourself.
Our bad.
Probably should mute my phone too, just in case.
Just in case.
My
Wow,
wife's
look
out
at
with
this
her
guy,
friends,
not
so I don't
muting
think
his
it'll
phone.
happen, but
Right?
that's all right. We'll be good.
So
we'll be good.
professional.
Have fun with this episode, Josh. Whew.
Yeah, I know. This editing's going to be such a nightmare.
That's kind of our whole goal in life, is to make Josh's life harder.
Make my life
Yeah.
so much worse.
So it
I
all
better
works
sound-
out. Don't worry.
I better
Gotta make
sound
a jump.
just as good as Zach does. Zach's always so quippy in the episode, so it better sound just like that.
I'll tell you what. I already thought about catching your out of context clip, so you're already cooked.
Oh,
You already said something I could get you with.
that doesn't
All
surprise
right.
me.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
There's too many people.
Sorry, Ryan. Can you repeat that?
It's all good. I was like, I don't know if I should jump in, but I will.
Editing break between the ads. That's what this is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.